Hello friends, I'm Neeti, a certified Zentangle teacher. We are doing 21 days of 3Z tiles. Let's all be comfortable and let's be grateful and do gratitude. Let's start by making the dots, and here I'm taking my two fingers as margin on all the sides of the triangle. The tips of the triangle, both the sides, I take 2 finger margin and make my dots. And if you want, you can make it a little bigger, so that a little line sort of thing, so that it is a little visible. I could see that the dots were not visible, so I redid it. And yes, then what we're going to do is we're going to make today's string, and today's string we're going to trace with another 3Z tile. We're going to connect the two dots and then make a loop like this. Today's 3Z tiles are all about fragments by Zentangle Ink. These fragments are available in Zentangle Premier Book Volume 1. So our first fragment is fragment W5, and this fragment is a square fragment, and we can make a grid sort of thing over there, and then make a petal rounding the corners of that square that we made, the grid square, and then we will make it flower like after rounding all of them. Then we are going to fill in some solid color in the negative space of the fragment, and then we are going to pull up some flux like strings from the center, strokes I might say. We're going to pull flux like strokes from the center and put a little bit of dot. They can be called as with Pigma Micron like 01 black also. Pen. So yeah, this is our fragment W5, and now we're going to make it on our tile. And on the tile we are going to bring a little variation to it. I am going to make 3 petals rounding the corners of the grid section, and I'm going to do this for all the other 3 also. Now I will be taking my Pigma Micron PN pink pen, and I am giving a straight flux like stroke to it, and then making these little orbs like we make it in the tangle A. The pen I have picked up now is Pigma Micron PN blue pen, and yes, we are filling in this negative space of the fragment. The fragment that we're going to make is fragment L6, and fragment L6 is again a square fragment. So this fragment gives somewhat like Bale's look to us. I feel that it is a combination of Bale's and Knightsbridge, because we are filling in two sections of bales with black and the diagonal sections. So yeah, it gives me a look of, you know, a mixture or a fusion of the tangles, bales and Knightsbridge, and it looks really lovely. Now we're going to head on to our tile and make a fragment with our Pigma Micron 01 black pen. I like using this pen because it has fine, it gives fine strokes. And if you want, you can, you know, go with 05 also, or if you want to go even thicker, just feel free and, you know, use whatever tools is available with you. And then we're going to use our Pigma Micron pink pen, the PN pen. Now the PN pen has a little thicker flow because it's, you know, kind of close to the 05 pen, and the flow of the ink is very nice. So I prefer, you know, I prefer using this pen for filling in solids. And yes, it's an amazing pen. So I've switched my pen to the blue colored one. Let's make the fragment F3 now. Fragment F3 is a square fragment, and we kind of partition the fragment as diagonal parallel lines, and here we are done with it. We have hollow bored three parallel lines in that fragment, diagonally, two of them, and one horizontally. So I thought of, you know, adding these enzipples kind of roundings to our fragment, just to add up a little embellishment to it. I'm filling the negative space with the pink pen. And now making an internal aura to it, and the pen that I'm using is the blue pen from Pigma Micron. PN. I was kind of wondering what to make on the background of the tile, and it clicked me of making another fragment and not adding a tangle to it. So yes, I'm making another fragment, and the fragment is fragment H5 that we're going to make. And fragment H5 is again a square fragment, and it's quite interesting when we mirror this fragment. Now let's make the fragment on our tile, and maybe you would want to have a look before you jump to make the fragment on your tile. Maybe you could just see one or two of them how I'm making it, and then if you want you can follow the way I'm making it, or you could use your variation to it. So here I'm bringing a little variation to the tangle, and that is like I will be giving strokes to two sections of them. And let's just see how we're doing it. Yes, we're going to make strokes like these to all of the fragments, and I have mirrored these fragments. Okay, so yes, I'll be mirroring it below also and above also, and let's see how it looks. So I'm going to do this for all of them till to all the squares, so it's gonna take a little time, and I have not cut the video, and so you might want to pause or forward it if you are not comfortable watching the entire video, or you could just go with the flow. It's up to you. You would want to forward it for around 2 to 3 minutes, because I have put in some more variation to the fragment after making these. So to the other side I'm putting internal aura. You can see that the tile has turned up so interesting, and we can still wait till the end if you want, and if you think that the tile is looking really nice and you would want to explore more of fragments and reticulas concept, then I have a whole series of 21 days where you can play with fragments and reticula by Zentangle Inc. I have used tangles as reticula, and the reticulas that I have used in those videos are again from the Zentangle Premier book. Those reticulas are created for us to explore and play with. So if you want, you can go to the playlist of 21 days of fragments and reticula on my page of YouTube, and yes, have some fun, take your time, explore the concept. It's beautiful. other series are Biju mosaics and fun size zendalas. So zendalas are again a concept integrated by the concept of mandala, and we have these round tiles that you can use it to tangle on, and if you want you can have those symmetric strings to work on with and create beautiful Zendala style mandalas or mandala style zendalas. They look amazing. If you are a complete beginner to Zentangle, I have a series called 3-7 Challenge, and it's an amazing series, the 3-7 Challenge, where I have been focusing on those classical basic tangles and the Zentangle method, and it's for 21 days, and we can make 21 tiles. I've used the tools like apprentice tiles and Pigma pen because for beginning those tools are really helpful. So it's on the playlist, the 3-7 challenge. I hope you all will enjoy. We are almost done with our fragment, and after that we're going to do some shading, and before that I think I would be adding some more strokes to my fragments where there's a lot of empty space, and let's see how it goes. So this is what I was talking about, how we can create layers by bringing more and more to the fragments and tangles on our tiles. We can create layers, and here I am doing the same. I'm using the same direction of the stroking that we've used for fragment H5, so that it looks like as if we're working on a background over here. And yes, then we're going to do a little bit of shading, or you could say that we would put in some depth to the tile that we have, and have some fun with the pencil also. Let me now invite you to take a sharpened pencil to put in some depth to our tile. just a suggestion for all of you over here who are making this style. You can put in a little bit more color to the background by coloring those little squares of H5. Maybe that would bring a little more drama to the tile. It's completely up to you.